Fox News Alert investigators continue in the Philly area to try to determine what caused the Amtrak train to derail last night, where the engine came apart from the cars and some of the cars just went flying.
All right, officials are saying there appears to be no foul play. So what caused the crash?
Joining us now is former CEO of the Rochester-Genesee Regional Transportation Authority, Mark Aesch. Mark, thanks for being with us this morning. We're looking at images, some from last night and this morning, live shots there at the cars. When you look at these cars on their side, the engine detached from the rest of the cars, trailing it behind, some flipped over. What do you think immediately?
Yeah, so what we're hearing, Elizabeth, is the working hypothesis at the scene, and I've talked to several folks that are on scene there today. The working hypothesis that speed may be a factor here, and there's a couple things that are in play there. First, you'll note that the engine went off the high side of the curve, and that begins to tell you that may be an issue. And then I think the other piece that we're hearing is the rocking of the train as it's approaching that, the back and the forth that eyewitnesses are telling us. So the working hypothesis is that speed may be in play here. When
does that rocking initiate in your experience? At what speed, at these curves, and what does that tell you?
Yeah, so each situation is going to be different, obviously, but what we're hearing from the folks that are investigating on the scene and what eyewitnesses are telling us is as they're approaching the curve, that rocking begins to take place, and the fact that the engine went off the high side begins to think that hypothesis is probably where we're headed. I think the frustrating part, for Americans and for all of us, quite frankly, is that there's technology in place that can help to address this. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's assume that perhaps there may be human failure here, or perhaps there's infrastructure failure, perhaps it's the rail. There is technology in place to deal with this, and Congress loves to mandate these things, but they don't put the money in place to be able to put these systems in place. And I think for every American commuting to work today, that this technology is there and Congress won't fund it is very frustrating. They've mandated the use of it and then don't put the money behind it.
That is such a good point. All right.
We'll find out, because there are cameras there and there are black boxes, so we're able to piece together what happened, along with eyewitness accounts.
Plus, the infrastructure is just crumbling in so many parts of this country. All right, Mark Aesch, thank you very much for joining us on this Breaking News Day.